Salutations, and welcome to a Corrosion Hour exclusive rustadmin training video. In today's video, we will be covering rules, enforcement, and documentation. Without proper safeguard and governance in place, people will generally tend to do what is both in their best interest and what they think they can get away with. A Rust server without rules is like leaving a group of teenagers home alone with an open liquor cabinet and no chaperone. And while solid, clear rules are important to the player base, they're just as important for admins and moderators. All involved need to recognize that there are rules, they are definite, and there are reasons behind each one. Especially for an admin, it is of the utmost importance to be able to communicate and educate on the rationale and practicality of the rules in place. All of these things bring us the notions of context and understanding. If you're working on a server and you don't understand the rules or why they apply to you, there's a good chance you'll find wiggle room to justify bending them. Bending them leads to bad things for a community. Once your server name, or brand as we call it, becomes compromised by labels such as admin abusers, building or maintaining a thriving community becomes nearly impossible. No one, not even the server owner, is above the rules of the server. Ultimately, there are going to be times where a rule is broken, either by ignorance or malice, which will result in the admin needing to be the educator, and even sometimes the enforcer. In order for one to uphold the community rules in place, not only does an admin need to understand the rules, their context, and how to communicate those aspects, they need to act on them equally and without bias. While there are various types of bans you may encounter, be it server, game developer, EAC, or VAC ban, your friendly neighborhood Rust admin is there to enact server bans which apply directly to the server or server group the admin is serving. However, understanding the rules of higher governance and what may lead to other types of bans can be key and even call for action on the server level. A player partaking in rampant cheating, for example, is directly against Facepunch's terms of service, and can potentially earn them both a server and game ban. Understanding when and how to take action, what action to take, and when to appeal said action are all main components of a smooth running server. Consistency often is key in these regards. As in most jobs, there is often a reason, rationality, and procedure required in order to get most things done. In Rust administration, this often comes in the form of communicating through documentation. From the written rule, actions taken by a player or players in opposition to said rule, and what the protocol is for the acting admin when said rule is broken, are all foremost considerations when creating and referencing documentation. Before even placing a ban, ensure you can undeniably portray who broke what rule and how. Also inform yourself of what action to take when a specific rule is broken to maintain community consistency. Whether it be from referencing past cases, some type of action chart, or even a chat with your fellow admin, you and your team need to be on the same page. The ability to document these points not only assures the rest of your team of the evidence behind your action, it can help a player move forward after a ban appeal. When action is taken against a player, it is often contested by the involved party, or they may just want clarification for future playtime. The banning admin won't always be around when that appeal ticket or DM comes in. It can be crucial to clarify and prove why you took the action you did, within means for it to be accessible by all that may need to reference it. And, if appealable, it's important to communicate with the player what went wrong, and the potential for moving forward. You know the rules, how to enforce them, and how to document player infractions. Even with this baseline knowledge, there will still be occasional cases that will throw the most seasoned admins for a loop. Some Rust players may seemingly make it their sole goal to skirt the rules and walk the line of what is not allowed. Others may claim that they didn't know something was forbidden. From intentional and passive ignorance to straight up malice, you will likely encounter a wide range of approaches. Frankly, it's nearly impossible to plan for every single odd investigation, each gray area the players may find, or a particularly reactive ban player you may encounter. Even when a case may leave you sighing at your monitor, ensure that you're mindful of server protocol, admin code of conduct, and how to communicate with the players and your team. For any additional information on this and other admin-related topics, please check out our links in the description. If you find our content useful, feel free to like, subscribe, and share it with your team. Until next time.